Okay, we'll call this meeting in order. The Blackhawk County Board of Supervisors, July 30th, 2019. Roll call, please.
Leyland.
Here.
Schwartz.
Here.
Elka.
Here.
White. Little.
Here. Okay, would you join us in a moment of silence? Join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Item 1 is agenda received as proposed or amended.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments on the agenda? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Public comments. Is there anybody like to speak to the board at this time? It's not a agenda item. State your name, organization. Morning.
Morning. My name is Melody Kasabucky, and I'm with the National Organization for Women. I'm the director of the local chapter in the Cedar Valley. I'm here today to just let you know that we exist, that we're here to be called upon as needed. And as a group, we are very much intersectional, multi-issue, and our hopes are to make this community better by eliminating discrimination, promoting and protecting equal rights for women and other marginalized communities. In order to do this, we are looking to organize different drives for food and other products to distribute in the community, hoping to organize a women's march in January, and also to organize and hold different educational classes on political activities and other social justice issues. And so I just want to say that we are here to collaborate with other organizations and work to make this community better. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, is there anybody else? Okay, moving on to item 3, claims and payments, resolution A.
The total of the claims for this year, for this week, is $483,725.87.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Okay, roll call, please.
Leyland.
Yes.
Schwartz.
Yes.
Trelka.
Yes.
Little.
Yes. Item 4, receiving project updates from department heads and/or elected officials. Good morning, Kathy.
Good morning, Board. Kathy Nicholas, County Engineer.
Morning.
A brief update on our construction activities. Work is still going on at the Raymond Road, the interchange with Highway 20. We expect ASPRO to come in probably on Friday and start laying asphalt on the north of the freeway now. They have gotten the two lifts on the south portion. They are going to do the surface lift at the same time, so probably that will take place maybe a week from now or later in the middle of next week. All the concrete ramps are done out there, so that project still has probably 2 or 3 more weeks before it is open, before the interchange is open again. PCI, we're still waiting on them to come back and to come and start work on the Cedar River Bridge replacement project on Cedar-Wapsie Road. And then lastly, our crews are hauling rock throughout the county now. We have contract rock haulers assisting us, so everyone's busy placing rock, spreading rock throughout the county. Can I answer any questions?
No.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kathy.
Go ahead.
Sheriff.
I sent you an email last week while I was at a meeting with our consultants, referenced the public safety software RFP, and just wanted to give you a quick update and answer any questions that you might have with regard to that project. We are moving forward. As you know, we had both vendors for the finalists, the 2 companies that were the finalists on that project over the last month. And we had multiple subject matter experts from the agencies in the county sit down with those companies as they presented their software to us. We visited last week with all those subject matter experts' comments and have isolated on the two front runners and kind of have decided on the company that we're decidedly moving forward with. Both companies are viable at this point, so we have a first and a second. They're both viable. We're going to do confirmation visits now. We're going up to Ramsey County, St. Paul, Minnesota, the second week of August, and then on up to Anoka County. That's an overnight trip to do confirmation on counties that actually have that software. And then the latter part of August, we're going down to Westcom, which is West Des Moines, to do another confirmation for where this vendor is actually in play. And we got our first look at proposal price, as I indicated in that email. It looks like both proposals are under budget, and so we continue to move forward with what looks to be a viable project at this point. Have any questions regarding that?
Tony, I think you mentioned the email about the 45 days. Is that when you think it would take 45 days to make the decision sometime?
So yeah, these confirmation visits will happen within the next 30 days, and then we will start with negotiating our proposal with them within the next 45 days, and then however long it takes to negotiate a contract. Some of these take upwards of 6 months to negotiate a contract. So that's the next step in the process.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. The last thing, it's taken me a couple of months here to get coordinated with the city of Raymond for a town hall meeting, but the town hall meeting set for the citizens of Raymond is for August 6th. You're all invited, anybody that wants to attend that meeting, August 6th at 6 p.m. With regard to that proposal for purchasing the property at the range. So it'll be at their city hall. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Kim?
Kim Veeder, IT Director. Just a short update on some of the things that have been happening in the IT department. We've been a busy summer so far. The Hartman move for the disaster recovery, we think there were some issues last week, but we've got those resolved, and at least we think we do. So yesterday seemed to be okay with that. The DocuWare project, the migration from Fortis for the Treasurer's Office and other offices, we expect to have our final testing done today, and then we'll be able to sign off, and they will start the final migration for that project. Tax administration, they've had data for a while, still waiting for some feedback on the data that we've sent, but we're continuing to work on cleaning up some of those things. The assessor's office is working on trying to work with their vendor to get their partial exemptions imported prior to the actual migration. So we're still on target for our February date on that. We're going to start working with the building maintenance department for badges for the Pinecrest employees and then the court employees here at the courthouse. So that's going to be over 200 badges that we're going to need to create. And unfortunately, while the application works a lot better for the doors, the badging part of it isn't as robust as the old version, so that's going to take a little bit more than we expected. Some of the data fields didn't come across, and we have to reconnect all the pictures, so that will keep Devin kind of busy for quite a while, I think. We have, Dakota and I have actually met with everyone who replied to our first email about the meetings, but that was only 3 of the departments. So I've reached out to all of them again, and so as soon as we have, we'll go ahead and keep working on that. And as we discussed before, that assessment's planned for middle part of September, and when I know more about that, I'll let the board know. Okay?
Thank you. Do you have an estimate how long it'll take for badges? I'm just curious when people ask.
Oh,
Just to-
well,
since it's-
I've had a couple emails already to Jillian, the girl, their vendor representative, and I haven't heard back from her. So there's a couple things that I was hoping that maybe we'd be able to import at least the names, if that would really help, because we've got spreadsheets, but it's going to take a while to take pictures.
Sure.
200 plus pictures. And then the security part of it needs to be set up yet, and Rory and I need to set a time to get going on that, so.
So not really an estimated time? know
I would
put you on
hope
the
sometime
spot.
in August.
In August yet?
Yeah.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you. I just thought when people ask, and I know security was an issue there, then it's nice to say
Yeah.
what time we expect it all to work, so
Yeah,
thank you.
that's our hope anyway, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, is there anybody else? Okay, moving on to item 5, minutes approved for July 23rd, 2019, July 24th, 2019.
So moved.
Second?
Any questions on the minutes? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item 6 is consent agenda. This be made with a single resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any questions on the consent agenda? Roll call, please.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little.
Yes. Okay, moving on to item 7, contracts and agreement. This is a resolution of the pre-construction project agreement between Blackhawk County, Iowa Department of Transportation, with the project listed there for paving of gravel road approaches along US 63 at a cost of approximately $30,000.
So moved. Second?
So the DOT will be resurfacing Highway 63 from Dysart to approximately the Waterloo city limits. This work will take place next summer. But of course, they're asking us ahead of time if we would like to pave our gravel road approaches. We do have 3 on this route. They would be at Griffith Road, both the east and the west side, and then Rhinebeck Road, I believe, is the west side of the road. So they pave 50 feet from the center line of the road out onto the gravel road portion, and we consider this, so I should say that this will come out of our FY21 budget, so it's, would be money that's not budgeted yet. These costs have typically been less than half of what they're projecting. They like to give us a very conservative estimate, so we're estimating it's probably going to be closer to $3,000 or $4,000 for each approach, so probably $12,000 to $15,000 total. We think this is a good thing to be doing. We do this ourselves when we resurface our roadways. We're placing these fillets, we call them, at the gravel road intersections. It allows for us to spread sand on that intersection in the winter. It allows for better stopping conditions during the winter. If there's icy conditions, we can actually plow a paved surface better than we can the gravel surface. We just think it's a wise thing to be doing. Makes the whole roadway system safer. Can I answer any questions?
So that's not out of this current budget.
Right, it would be out of FY21 money.
It's just the agreement that we need to sign.
Right, and in fact, they give us 3 years to pay for this work, but we,
Okay. But there'll be no disbursement of money until FY21.
right.
Okay. Anybody else?
I just think it's a good safety measure. I know it's dangerous when loose gravel gets on a highway, and so I appreciate you bringing this to us.
Anybody else? Do I have a motion on this?
Yes.
Yes.
Roll call, please.
Trelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Little.
Yes. Item B is a resolution, change order number 1 received from Paulson Electric for the Pinecrest exterior light project, $1,925. I believe, Rory, the board did get a memo on this. I'm sure they're aware.
Yes, good morning, Board. Rory Giving, Maintenance Superintendent. This particular pole is the one closest to the former Grin and Grow daycare center. It was taken down a couple of years ago because of a broken conduit inside of the pole. And when I put the project for the new lights together, it was an oversight that this pole had been taken down. So, excuse me, we're just asking for this change order to complete this project.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Leyland,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
Little.
Yes. Moving on to item 8, other business. This is a motion at the request for purchase of capital equipment submitted by Kim Veeder, IT Director. It's purchased 23 laptops, $11,615 from Isaac. I believe this was current budget expenditure.
Yes. This is out of the technology fund that was set up, and getting them from ISAC with the number of laptops they're getting for the statewide, really good pricing, and then they go ahead and install the software on it, so it really is a savings for them.
But this ain't the current technology fund that we just transferred money into?
No, it's what was budgeted
Sure.
during the cycle. Okay.
Move to approve.
Second?
Anybody else got any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item B is a motion to request for personal or purchase of capital equipment submitted by Catherine Nicholas be approved. Direct the chair to sign for. This is to purchase a filter crusher in an amount of $2,993.
So moved.
Kathy?
Second?
Yeah, so during budget process, I told you how we need to be disposing of our waste oil. It's considered a hazardous waste by the DNR. And we also need to be disposing of our oil filters. So currently, we're just letting, from what I understand, we just let the filters drain out by gravity. It's very difficult to get all of the waste oil out of those filters. We do recycle our waste oil. So with these automated filter crushers, they have vacuums in them. They suck out all of the oil. They get out the vast majority of it, and then they crush the filters. And it's a much better way. It's a cleaner way for us to be disposing of our filters. We did write some very minimal specifications. We budgeted $2,500 in FY20 for this apparatus. This is strictly an internet search for these products. Some of them can be very fancy, and some of them have very elaborate stands. We just decided to go with a pretty inexpensive machine. We can build our own stand, and we opted to go with a cost of $29.93 for the machine, and we'd ask that we be allowed to purchase this.
Board, any other questions?
There was considerable difference between the other two that you looked at. Was that because of a stand?
Right, some of them were able to crush larger filters. We looked at the range of filters that we have and opted to go with this. Some of them had more elaborate stands, just more features that we didn't necessarily need.
I won't be supporting this one or the next one due to the fact of the information the board received a week or two ago about the possibility of going over budget. I think I made the statement at the time we may need to look within that budget and take some money from one area. So next two items I won't be supporting. With that said, could we have a roll call on this one?
Leyland,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Jelka,
Yes.
Little,
No. And item C is a motion to request for purchase capital equipment. This is for purchase of a compact track loader, $72,400 Murphy tractor.
So moved.
Second?
And again, this is a budgeted item, but again, I won't be supporting it due to the overflow. Roll
So-
call, please.
Kathy, you were going to be addressing some of those budget issues later, in the next month or so, correct?
Right, we will, probably next agenda, we can place one of those items, one of those small projects that we need to work on. We'll place that on the agenda next week, and we can talk further about, or I can talk to you at any time about that extra work.
Thank you.
Do we have motion second on this?
Yes.
yes.
Okay, roll call, please.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Jelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
No. Okay, then, moving on to item D. This is the motion to direct county auditor to advertise for a public hearing on Tuesday, August the 13th, 2019. This is for a proposed ordinance change. David and Chris Martinson on 10721 Mark Road to rezone 2.9 acres from Ag District to AR.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item E is a motion to direct county auditor to advertise for a public hearing. This again will be at 9:07 on Tuesday, August the 13th. And this proposed ordinance change submitted by Ron and Jeannie Rathmune on 10615 Mark Road. And again, to rezone 2.9 acres from A district to AR.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. And item F, motion to direct county auditor to advertise for a public hearing at 9:09, August the 13th, 2019. This is again for proposed ordinance change request submitted by Scott and Julie Martinson, 10211 Mark Road, to rezone 2.9 acres from A to AR.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, motion carries. Okay, that's the end of our regular agenda. Item 9 is any reports or information from the board.
Yeah, this Thursday, myself and Supervisor Chalka will be participating in a town hall at Bonita's and things on West 3rd Street. We'll be joined by Mayor Hart, State Representative Timmy Brown Powers, and I believe someone from Waterloo Code Enforcement. And so that starts at 6 o'clock and is open to the public.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, with that, I'll accept the motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, we are adjourned.